Hi folks, Dave at Creative Craft House to show you something interesting and so darn big I'm having trouble figuring out how to video it. We usually deal with small stuff. This is the jumbo Holey Moley, and made primarily for escape rooms after a few requests because it's really got some wonderful characteristics for an escape room. It's big, it's very difficult to break. It's challenging, but can be solved fairly quickly, especially if you give some hints. It can be customized in terms of the numbers and where the numbers go, and could also include some symbols. I'll show you what I mean. The goal of this puzzle is to insert these rods or pins such that, and this is unsolved, such that the height of the pins going parallel across the top is the same. So obviously this is not right. And what happens here is that every pin is of different length, and you can see these too, every slot is of different depth, and you've got this angled surface to deal with. So you've got these three variables that all have to come together to create a flat surface across the top. And the problem is you don't know what the target height should be. Should it be this height or this height or this height, or maybe none of those heights? Once you know the target height, it's not too bad, but figuring out what that target height should be can be quite a challenge. This thing is huge. It measures across the base here about 21 inches. I'm not sure the height here, maybe a foot or so. There are some options in terms of the oops, my professional backdrop here is fading. There I go. There are some options that we can do for you as a standard. I've created these pins here. They could be bowling pins or juggling pins, and you'll notice they have numbers on them. And you'll know the solution because it'll give it to you and what order to put them in. They could be paddle shaped or candle shaped here. Same thing with numbers. Or they could be paddle shaped or this candle shaped with symbols. And I've created a set of 10 what we'll call standard ones. It's got a bell, a mailbox, a flower, a smiley face, flag, hourglass, clock, snowflake plane, and scissors, and they may do you just fine. If you've got a themed room, I can do custom symbols, so, pirate symbols or Egypt symbols or whatever the theme of your room is. They would be an upcharge because there's some artwork and some setup time involved, but it certainly can be done and fairly reasonable. So I hope this is something that you'll enjoy. As I said, I think escape rooms, it's ideal and may be good for some certain family or business situations. It's quite impressive. This text across here can be changed. It can be left out. It can be have your name or your message, really whatever you want. And there's a lot of room space to deal with here. The material, by the way, is very rugged. The entire base assembly is made of a floorboard. Very difficult to work with, but it's heavy, it's waterproof, slobber-proof, you can clean it up. Almost indestructible, I suppose. If you dropped it and kicked it around, it wouldn't work. The pieces here I did out of a very high quality, it's maple MDF, the inner core is MDF cut with the grain. So they're very, very strong. You'd have a difficult time breaking them if you wanted to. So all these characteristics make it something that I think will last a long time, even in a fairly rough environment. Okay, made right here in our Hudson, Florida shop, and this is Dave at Creative Craft House.